Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Cereal Review, the show where I review cereal for you. And today, I actually received a bunch of cereal from my uncle and my cousins. Thank you very much for that. And I'm gonna go ahead and do some of them. They give me like five or six, and none of them I've actually done before. So I figured I would start with Golden Grams right here. This one, I don't actually recall if I've ever had this one before. So this was the one out of all that I figured I wanted to try the most, seemed the most interesting. This one says it's a retro recipe made with real honey. I don't really know what that means compared to the normal one. It kind of makes me feel like the normal kind of it doesn't have real honey anymore to be made with. That'd be kind of disappointing if that was the case, but whatever. We're trying this one. So just know that if there is some difference between this and the normal one, I did not have the normal standard kind of Golden Grams. So I'm going with this one because this is what I was given and it seemed the most intriguing for me. So let's get to this one. Like I said, don't recall if I've ever had this one before. If I did, it was a long time ago. So this one's going to be a completely fresh new one. I have no preconceived thoughts or notions about this. Okay, first off, General Mills, another General Mills cereal. Because of that, I want to say that these are just the Cinnamon Toast Crunch pieces, it seems like. There's texture in on one side, though. But yeah, it seems like they probably are just repurposing the Cinnamon Toast Crunch pieces for the cereal. So let's see. They're about the same size. They're all kind of like warped and bent in the same way as well, so that kind of reinforces it. They do have more of like a graham cracker type of taste to it, though. Let's see, what is this made of? Whole grain wheat and cornmeal. Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. Alright, so we're gonna try some pieces on their own first. Very much like a normal graham cracker, I'm gonna be honest. That just tastes like little pieces of graham cracker. Maybe a little less sweet than I was expecting, though. Normally, like the honey flavored graham crackers, they have a little bit more of a like the honey sweetness to them. These ones, not so much. It just tastes more like a graham cracker, if anything. Have to see if that changes when I put the milk in, because this isn't bad, but I'm kind of want a little bit more than just normal graham crackers that crushed up and eating it as cereal. So hopefully we'll have to see. So let's go ahead and add a little bit of milk to this. Yeah, I'm hoping that this is one of those types of cereals that gets a lot more flavor as it sits in. So mix that around a little bit. Go. And we'll take the first normal bite here. It is a little bit more sweet, but maybe I have to let this sit a little longer. I'll see how it is once it sits. Because as it is, it doesn't taste that much different than it is dry, honestly. You just get, well, the taste of the milk. And that's all about the changes that there are so far. Honestly, I was expecting this to be way sweeter. And that's just from me looking at it, really. It's not like I thought beforehand that this would be super sweet or anything. It's just one look at this and I thought like, oh, maybe with real honey, it's gonna be a really nice, sweet, like honey tasting cereal. That sounds really nice. But it's kind of bland, honestly. Like I said, it kind of just tastes like graham crackers on their own, and they're even a little bit less sweet than normal honey graham crackers. So I'm gonna let this sit a little bit. Hopefully, with the flavor that's in it, kind of spreads out a little bit like it does with other cereals. I really hope so, because that'll be a little bit disappointing, honestly. But we'll look at the box. It's pretty standard, just box using a bright color, yellow in this case, probably to go with the honey imagery. This is like the honey ladle, just like Honey Nut Cheerios does sometimes. they only use the textured sides of the cereal pieces. That might actually be to try to hide the fact that it might just be the Cinnamon Toast Crunch pieces that have texture on one side, because only one side has the texture on it, and that's what they show in this. So that's kind of interesting. No mascot though. Probably because this is one of the cereals that doesn't get like marketed, especially towards kids. Maybe that's the whole point. Maybe this is not a cereal that's exactly meant for children as much, and maybe this is more of like an adult type of cereal, like Cheerios and such, where when in the marketing it's not marketed to kids, and it just has that little bit of sweetness, but trying to show that it doesn't have as much sugar, which still is kind of weird because it still has a pretty good amount of sugar. I don't know, this one's a little bit strange, I gotta say. Those have to be at least from the mold of the Cinnamon Toast Crunch pieces, because they're getting a bit soft at about the same rate as Cinnamon Toast Crunch pieces, and they feel exactly the same. I gotta say though, letting it sit like that, there's not any more flavor than there was before, which is disappointing. But the cereal pieces softening up like that, it kind of reduces that very distinct, like just straight graham cracker bite that you get when it's just fresh in the bowl or dry. That kind of just overpowers any bit of the little bit of honey taste there is, and because it masks it, I can't say I like it very much. This reduces that a little bit, so it's definitely a bit more balanced this way. So I would let this sit a little bit longer, personally. I mean, there's really not much else to say because there's so little sweetness to it. There's really no, like, of that coating on it for the sweetness. It's just kind of, I don't want to say bland because graham crackers aren't exactly bland to me. Maybe they're to some people. So if you don't like graham crackers, definitely don't get this. I gotta say that right now because they taste pretty much just like graham cracker pieces. I don't like a lot of graham crackers. Well, I don't like eating a lot of them. That's what I mean. It's not that I don't like many different kinds. It's just that I can't eat many of them. Like I'll have a couple pieces of graham cracker and it's good. And that's kind of the same thing I'm getting here. But like as a cereal, man, I don't know. I feel like I really would want more of a sweetness to this to just balance out that taste from the graham cracker, and that's just not happening here. So I don't know. Yeah, I can't say I hate this. I don't think this is awful or anything. But for me personally, I'm kind of confused about why anyone would want this, really. Because it really just tastes like you're just crushed up graham crackers and you're just eating them in a bowl with some milk. So I don't get it. That's maybe that's your thing. If it is, that's nice. But even if this is more for like adults, just why not just eat Honey Nut Cheerios? Honey Nut Cheerios are way better. They're sweet enough without being too sweet. They're like have the normal cereal, Cheerio cereal pieces, which are pretty nice. I think Honey Nut Cheerios are great, but why would I have this over that or Life cereal or something like that? I don't know, but maybe this is for you. If you really, really like graham crackers, like here you go. It's pretty much literally a graham cracker cereal. I maybe didn't expect it to be like that because whenever a cereal tries to show in its name and the whole identity that it's supposed to be like something, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, it never is exactly like that, but there's elements of what it's supposed to be, and that gets the idea across. But here it literally is graham crackers, pretty much. It tastes exactly like them. Now, I'm actually going to do this one back to back with another cereal they gave me. I figure I'll just record two at the same time. And funny enough, that one is also a cereal that's trying to emulate the taste of something else. And that one I do have a lot of preconceived ideas about. So maybe we'll see. Maybe I didn't know much about this one, and I went in and still ended up disappointed. And the other one, I'll tell you right now, I don't like very much. Maybe I'll actually like it this time. Who knows? But yeah, well, this was actually very interesting. Thank you again to my family for getting this for me. And I hope you found it interesting, because I've certainly found this pretty enlightening. And leave a like if you did. I'll see you again next time. Thank you.